Alright, today is June 2nd, 2014. It's Monday. You can see that here. I didn't trade today, but I was scouting, looking for some stocks, and this is MNGA. I found it in Tim Sykes' chat room. Some of the people in there already had positions on it and were watching it, discussing it, so I started to watch it, and I found it pretty interesting, and I've been looking for a play on it possibly tomorrow or in the future. I started watching it right in here, and immediately I start looking at the day highs, and because I want a long position, I see right here it hit it, tested a dollar 76. It tested 170 here, and I started thinking an entry point would be in the 160s somewhere. And I watched it, and I saw here $1.63. I thought that might be a good spot, and it actually was. It ran up to $1.78, which was a higher high than what this was. So that was a bullish indicator. And then right here, it actually hit $1.80. What I noticed in the level 2 was that there was a lot of sellers pressure between $1.70 and $1.80. There was a lot of sellers, so I think that really held it down in here. Volume was pretty good. And I started to wonder, well, have I missed it? Because it was already up maybe, I don't know, 13 to 15% on the day, something like that, between 10 and 15%. Have I missed the run up? Because I started looking back, and if you look a couple of days ago, here's $1.60. Well, here's $1.40. Back here is $1.20. Have I missed the breakout really? And this isn't really a breakout. This is just kind of an uptrend, and it's made me think that I haven't really missed much. And the highs are higher, the volume's there. It seems bullish. So let me take a look at some of the other things I saw today and some of the other charts. I've been reading a book, and it says, if you're not in a position, think about, would you rather be long or would you rather be short? Just based on the charts and what you're seeing, if you have no position and you can choose, where would you rather be? And I have to say that I think I would rather be long in this stock. I just really, if you look at, look how this is trading down here at 50 cents, and it obviously it runs up pretty big. Generally on a pump and dump you'll see it run up, but then just come down and go back to oblivion. But this thing runs up, and then it finds support right here at 30 cents higher at 80 cents. It finds support, then it runs up again, and it gaps up here big time, comes back, and it finds support over this support. So it runs up, finds support, runs up, finds higher support. This may be another run up and find more support. So looking at this right here really tells me, this isn't a pump and dump. This is a real company, and it's moving up, and then it's finding support and moving up and finding higher and higher support. The highs are higher, and the lows are higher, which is a bullish signal. So with that indicator, I'd rather be long right now. The other thing is this thing volatile enough to run up? I think it is volatile enough to run up. If you look at the 5-day, this is on the 27th, which is like less than a week ago. This thing was trading at $1.25. Now it's at $1.72. So it's basically moved 50 cents in less than a week, which for me is good volatility, because it's not so volatile that it's hard to get a position in, and if it does start to fade and you want to cut losses, it's not impossible to get an execution and get out of the stock. So the volatility looks good to me as well. So where does it go if it does go up? Well, here is the $2 range in here the last time it ran up. And you need to look at where the resistance is. $2 is a round number, and there's probably going to be resistance there. You can't get through there. Is there other $2 resistance on the chart? You have to go back 2 years to right here, back to November of 2012, to find real $2 resistance point. And then if it passed two, the next level would be right here at around 250 to 260. That's 2-year-old resistance. The further away you get from the resistance, the less it really matters, or the less it really means anything. 2 years is a pretty long time, but there's really no other, there's some tops here that is going to act as resistance. But, my goal would be to buy this thing at $1. I'd like to see it break that 180 where all the sellers were, and I think it's going to be blue skies from 180 to $2. And then if it can break $2, I would probably take profits, somewhere between, I don't know, 220 and 250. Or I'm sorry, probably 220 to 230 range, somewhere in here. I would probably take profits. But then there's really no real, again, back here, if it reached that, there's really nothing holding it, until the 250 range. So it's definitely got a bullish, some bullish indicators, and it seems to be heading up. I really like the fact that it ran up here, found higher support, ran up here, found higher support. This may be another run up. Maybe it's just like a triple top deal here, but there's still room to grow here. There's still room to take 25 to 50 cents profit. Let's see. Tomorrow, will I play this? I could see myself definitely playing this. If I can find a good entry point. If this thing gaps up, I don't know that it will, but if it was to gap up over, if it gapped up to 185, I would probably wait for a $2 breakout. If it was to run from 2 to 240, 230, I would probably wait for that breakout. If it gaps up, somewhere, it's already at 175 after hours. If it just gets to 182, 183, 184, I would wait for a dip and probably get in, because I just think that once it breaks that 180 and clears out some of those sellers, that it is pretty easily going to run up to $2. So that's what I'll look to play. If it just sits here like this and the volume goes away, I'll probably just continue to watch it until the volume comes back and there's enough volatility to move it. But I think it's volatile enough, like I said earlier. It's moved basically 50 cents in just a couple of trading days. So I really like that. I like that this thing moves up and then finds higher support. That's a bullish signal. We'll see what happens, and that's my Scout on MNGA.